Now, here's a question that you should always ask when meeting someone new. Is she a narcissist? It's important for you to know that. Now, you don't ask her, but it's a question you should have in mind as you develop a relationship with this person. If you don't know what a narcissist is someone that is all about them. They have a hard time with empathy. Look, just look that up, narcissist, because it's not about that. This episode is about, can you still swim in those troubled waters and get out safely? That's a question I was asking because I've been a victim. That's the wrong word. I don't want to be a victim. I was a willing victim, unknowing participant. I don't know what you would call it, but narcissistic people in relationships. And the most painful situations that I've been in have been with those kinds of people. And if I would have asked that question, if I would have known what the term was at the time, I probably would have seen the red flags like right there in my face. They always were there. I just did not know, but not knowing is not an excuse to fall for it. So when you ask this question, it puts you in a different kind of guard. It's not saying she is, she's not, but you're looking out for it. And when you start seeing signs, then you start compiling those signs. Okay, I saw this, saw that, saw this. And then you put a little profile in your head of, okay, this person is leaning that way. That's the key. Don't keep exploring. If that person is leaning that way, if they walk like a narcissist, talk like a narcissist, act like a narcissist, then they are a narcissist. You don't need to find out later if you were correct or not. You need to leave the situation alone. But again, the episode is about, what if you were attracted to this person, right? As a man, like, I think the way we think is a little different than how women see things, right? Because a lot of times we are attracted for the wrong reasons anyway. So maybe this is a really attractive person, and a narcissist will sometimes make you feel very special very quick, which is one of the signs. They love to love bomb you or give you all this attention. And what if you realize that she's a narcissist? You enjoy the attention, smash and grab and run, right? So what I mean by that is maybe there's a limited interaction you can have with a narcissist before it's time for you to go. It's a question, really. I don't know. I probably would not try that, but I asked the question because if there is a possibility of that being a choice or an option, then I think it becomes about, when do you leave? Not if you will leave, but when will you leave? Because you could really fall quickly and start questioning yourself from your first impressions. Your first impressions are never going to lie to you. That first impression, when you don't like someone, trust it, believe it. So you had that impression that they were a narcissist, and somehow that impression changed. No, it did not change. She adjusted to fit your narrative that you build in your head, right? So that's the danger of playing with that kind of fire, is that you could fall. You could fall there, and then it's going to be twice as worse because you did not fall because you didn't know. You're falling because you willingly fell. My recommendation is don't try it. But if you're going to try it, then set a time and a frame of when you're leaving, because I think you could fall into the, okay, I'm just going to smash one time and then, cut it out. And then it becomes, okay, just 2 times and 3 times. Next thing you know, 5 years later, you're deep into some trouble and you're like, how'd I get here? You know how you got there. But I bring that question because I think a lot of us know the bad situations that we're getting into. We know them, and we choose to ignore all the signs. We choose to ignore. It might not even be narcissism. It just could be just POS type of person. And we just choose to ignore it, right? We see how they treat their family. We see how they treat their father. If you have a woman that treats her father bad, you have a You think you're better than her father? You think that she's gonna treat you better? I don't care who her father is. I don't care if her father's an alcoholic, whatever. Most women have a reverence for their father, even if their father was just the worst. So when that woman loses that reverence, because there's women that their fathers were just horrible, man, they love him forever. That's normal. That's normal. That's pretty normal. When she does not have that love for that man, then you have to question, it doesn't matter how hurt she's been by this man, but you have to question, this is a person that filter and that feeling can be turned off that easily. I know that easy because that's a hard thing to do, to not love your father, right? But if you can turn that off, she can definitely turn it off with you. No problem. You're nothing. So you just have to keep that in mind. Watch how she treats people around her. That's going to let you know what you're getting into. And I'm talking about developing relationships, but a lot of relationships are developed from casual stuff. Like you like her, you just want to smash. You're like, yo, I just want to hit it. That's where it starts. And the next thing you know, you hit it once, you hit it twice. 10 years later, you're like just miserable. Like, what happened? So if you're going to swim in the narcissistic rivers, just know when it's time to get out the water. That's all I'm saying. If you know someone that should watch this or could benefit from this, please share it. And then also make sure you subscribe. And don't forget to download the Seduction PRM app from the App Store or from the Play Store. It's a seduction app that's going to help you levitate from this planet and manage your seduction style, get to know yourself, and it's going to guide you into becoming a better seducer. So make sure you download that.